This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Edwards. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Buying time to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and bring him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 18 more yards there and another first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Moore. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Jamon Moore, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Scotty Phillips with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And his kick is right through. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Ravens 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Marquise Brown.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
Forced out to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
7-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his second season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I'm...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
To throw again. Moore. Again, he targets Moore. This one is complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 25 yards out. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Deshaun Watson, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good, 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Clay Matthews still one of the best at doing that as he gets in to make the tackle behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a handoff, Edwards. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and...
Again, it's Edwards. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Texans to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there for the Texans. 49 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd.
To throw is Moore. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Marlon Humphrey with a tackle defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dion Yelder. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll win on 1st down. It's Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Let's go, D. Hey. Here we go, D. 49.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans' 49.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
At the 31-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back to throw. Moore. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Texans.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on the punt for Baltimore. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Moore. He's going to fire this thing deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
The 13-yard line.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Barnes, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jamon Moore there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that play.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
First down.
And Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy. And when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone call him Hollywood in college.
48-yard line.
They run once more with Edwards, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Jackson's pass complete to Mark Ingram.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back now in Houston. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Edwards. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are in for 6. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
27.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few.
And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Alex Barnes, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And the Ravens first down.
Operating from the gun. Jackson, quick slant to Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Ingram.
Jackson's pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Yeah, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. James Prochet with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The sack by Terrell Suggs.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
The tackle made by Clay Matthews.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Houston set to take over. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
This is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Phillips. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
1st down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a give, right side. It's Phillips. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, it's Phillips. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down now, it's Phillips. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. More now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, You get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens ready to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Jackson on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time is going to run off the clock.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Jackson's pass.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. To throw again is Jackson. Dancing to his left, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
62.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.